Alright everyone, back here at the shop today. Wanted to talk briefly about batteries. We're going to be covering the 3-cell 2200 milliamp. All three of these are from Hobby King. So we have the standard Turnigy battery at a 35 to 45 C discharge. We have the Zippy battery at a 40 C discharge. And we have their newer battery, the Graphene, at a 60 C discharge. So in sequence of price, most expensive is the Graphene, the Zippy, and then the standard Turnigy. If you watch their sales, you can pick up these Turnigy standard ones for right around $9.95, somewhere around there. I bought about a half a dozen of them at last Black Friday for around $9 each. So watch the sales, you can get them for that. If not, you'll pay about 12 bucks for them. Next one is the Zippy. That one typically runs about 14, right in that neighborhood if you watch the sales. And then of course the Graphene. This is my first purchase of the Graphene. Always heard good things about it. And this one I want to say was $22. Might have been $23. So I wanted to run a test on these. So I have the E-Flight Corsairs, the 1.2 meter Corsairs, newer one's been out probably 3 or 4 months is all. I love the plane, great flying plane. It did have a mishap the other day. I was messing around with the flaps and put it into a wing stall at too low of an altitude, and it did a slow spiral in, and it's in several pieces over on the other workbench. So I'll either fix it. If it doesn't look good when I get through fixing it or doesn't feel stable, I will be replacing it because I just love it. And my two favorite planes so far is the FMS Super EZ and that Corsair. Two, by far, my two favorite that I've got. They just both fly beautifully. So I used that Corsair prior to the spiral in, and I put this Big 5 GPS meter in there. And maybe I'll do a review on this one day. But this is a pretty nice little GPS logger. It does altitude, it does speed, both average and peak as well. So you can set it in for a recording and then take off. And I flew 3 flights. I waited 15 minutes in between each flight in order to let the electronics cool down so that it gives it more of a fair test. And I did some speed analysis on it. All of the runs were completely flat and level, no diving on it at all, just gradual slow climb up, doing a basic left-hand pattern. And once I got up to about 100 feet off the ground, I made one full circuit and then slowed it down and then made another full circuit. And I figured that would give me a good opportunity to see, maybe there was some wind on one of them when you're coming up a wind or downwind or something to impact your speed. So what was the results? Take a guess. You would think this 60C discharge, everybody says, oh, get the 60C battery, you'll get a lot more speed out of it. Alright, let me give you the lowdown. The cheap battery right here, the $9 or $10 battery, pushed the plane at 71 miles per hour. 71 miles per hour. Next was the Graphene. Pushed it through at 72 miles per hour. Finally was the Zippy. 75 miles per hour. So 3 miles better than this one, 4 miles better than this one. So overall, I would think if you're just looking for power, save your money and either go with this one or this one. You can buy 2 of these standard Turnigys for the cost of 1 Graphene. People will say, well, this one will hold its usage, its lifespan is longer. I've had both of these for right at a year. Both of them have multiple charges on it. We're talking 120 to 130 charges on each. And it's still got those recordings with it. This one was brand new. This recording on this one, pushing at 72 miles an hour, was the second time this battery's ever been used. So, can't be that this one was wore out. And even if that what they say is correct, let's say this one does last 50% longer. If this can give you 200 cycles, and this gives you 300 cycles. Again, you can buy 2 of these for 1 graphene. So at 200 cycles, and 200 cycles is 400 cycles compared to 300 cycles. So it's still a better value in the long run to get this battery. Now, personally, I will probably switch over and just go straight with Zippies for all of my planes. I've had good luck with them. I've never had one of these fail. I have had a couple of these lower end ones drop a cell on it, and one cell just wouldn't charge up. I've never had that happen, not the proverbial wood on a Zippy. And of course I don't have any experience with the graphene. I've only got probably 4 flights on this battery total now. So anyway, I just wanted to point that out on the different batteries. Your mileage may vary, your brands of batteries may vary, because there is different qualities of the cells that's going in there. They'll have even, Hobby King will even tell you that. They've got their A grade batteries and their B grade batteries and D grade and everything else. So your test results may actually not match mine, or if you go to a different cell count, you may have different results. So by all means, run your own test, but if you just want a quick and dirty, go with the Zippy from Hobby King. Figure about $13 to $14 each, and you'll be able to have a lot of fun with it. I've since started converting my fleet over. I've been selling some planes off. I'm really wanting to just standardize. These batteries are pretty much everywhere. You can get them from any place at a decent price. So the majority of my fleet is going to be flying off of 3 cells. I'll have 1 or 2 speed demons that'll run on a 4 cell. I do have some 5 and some 6 cell batteries. I don't currently have any planes that run on 6 cell, but those just take so much longer to charge. The battery is so much more expensive. You're better off to run 2 of these in series than you are to buy the 6 cell, in my opinion. Then you can still use them in your 3 cell fleet. Thank you for watching, and we got a couple other topics we're going to go over. Thanks.